Hi. Is that your suitcase, Dan?
No, Ava. It's my sister's. She's flying to Greece today, and she's worried about the journey.
Oh dear. Where are your parents?
They're getting ready for their holiday. Mum prefers going by car, but Dad loves railways. So they're taking the train. Last year they travelled across Europe.
What about your grandma? She likes holidays, doesn't she?
Yes, but she isn't going with them. She's going to see a friend.
Oh, nice. Is she driving there or getting the train?
She always prefers coach travel because it's cheaper. She hasn't got a car anymore.
What about your brother? Is he going away on his motorbike again?
He'd like to, but it's broken. Actually, he's going by boat because he wants to visit a small island.
Great! Your cousin usually travels with him, doesn't he?
Yes, but he hates the water. He's going to cycle along the coast with his tent on his bike.
Good for him. And is your aunt visiting soon?
Of course. I think she'll drive here with her dog.
That dog loves a road trip.
Are you staying here for the holidays, Abel?
No, I'm going to my grandma's. We always visit her in Iceland in winter.
What are you going to do there?
She lives near an outdoor swimming pool, so I'm going to swim every day.
Brilliant! There'll be lots of snow.
I know, but the water will be hot. How about you?
Oh, my cousin's coming. We're going shopping. When are you leaving?
Tomorrow. I can't wait. My grand's food is amazing.
Lucky you. You'll have a great time.
I can't wait for my school trip to New York, Max.
You're so lucky, Anna. When are you going?
We're leaving on Sunday.
Oh, that's soon. Who are you going with?
My history class. There are 24 of us.
That's a big group. Will it be cold?
Yes, I think it'll be very cold. I'm going to take lots of warm clothes.
Good idea. Will you put some photos online?
Of course I will. What about you? Are you having a school trip this year?
I don't think so, but I'm flying to Mexico next year. My cousins live there.
That's exciting.
Yes, and it will be very sunny. I can't wait.
Hi, Oliver.
Hi, Penny. Where are you going?
To my judo class. I do judo every Thursday at the sports centre. It's really good. You should try it. Do you still play hockey?
Not anymore. I stopped last year. I've started basketball instead. I play on the school team.
Oh, wow. That's great. Do you know my cousin Liam? He's on the basketball team.
Oh, yeah. I know Liam. We go running together. I didn't know he was your cousin. He's a good laugh.
Yeah, he is. I'm going on holiday with him in February. Our families are going skiing together. What are you doing in the holidays?
I'm going cycling in the mountains with my dad. I can't wait.
Your mum and sister aren't going then?
No. My sister does gymnastics and she's got a big competition, so they can't come with us.
Ah, right. Well, have a good time. I'd better go now, or I'll be late for my judo class.
What time will Olivia phone back?
Hello?
Hi, it's Olivia here. Can I speak to Henry?
Sorry, but he's at volleyball practice. He'll be back at 6 o'clock.
Oh, is it okay if I call at around 8? I'll be at the gym until 7:30.
Yes, that's fine.
Thanks. Bye.
What's Jake going to use for the first time?
Happy birthday, Anna. This beach party is a brilliant idea.
Thanks, Jake. Get your board and come in the water.
OK. I want to see what my new goggles are like. Is the sea warm?
It's lovely. You don't have to wear a wetsuit.
What's Hannah's favourite sport?
You're very good at sport, aren't you, Hannah?
Well, I enjoy being outdoors, and most of all, being on my bike.
But you also play basketball and tennis at school.
Yes, but we have to do those sports. I don't really like ball sports.
What number has Messi got on his football shirt?
Look, there's Messi. He's playing well at the moment.
Oh, I can't see him. Is he in the number 15 shirt?
No, that's someone else. He's usually number 10, but I think he has to wear the number 18 shirt for this match.
They're off. This is going to be exciting.
Where did Luke leave the water bottles?
That was fun. Did you bring everything out with you, Luke?
Yes, I think so. The rackets from my bag, and I took the helmets from under the table. You've got the water bottles, haven't you?
No, I didn't see them. Did you put them somewhere?
Oh, I forgot. I left them on the chair. I'll get them.
Can you wait? I've got to do up my trainers.
Sure, no problem.
Can I borrow your goggles?
Sorry, but I need them today.
Could I get you something to eat?
No, don't worry. I'm fine.
Could you help me with my wetsuit?
Yes, of course.
Hi, Zach. Do you know where I can learn to play badminton?
Yes. I go to a club at the sports centre. You can come with me.
Do you have to be good at badminton to join the club?
No, I couldn't play very well when I started. You can play with the other beginners.
OK, great. What do I have to wear?
You don't have to wear any special clothes, just something comfortable and a pair of trainers.
I don't have a badminton racket. Can I borrow one?
Yes, you can.
Hi, everybody. Are you ready for a weekend of exciting weather? It looks like Saturday is going to start with some cloudy weather and possibly some rain. But the temperatures are going to fall in the afternoon and we'll probably see a lot of snow around 6 o'clock this evening. Be careful if you go out on Sunday morning. There's probably going to be a lot of ice on the roads. Don't forget, stay warm.
How was Canada, Emily?
It was brilliant, Oscar. I stayed at an aunt's house in a forest.
Were you there before?
Yes, my dad goes every year, but I go with him about every 2 years.
Have you ever seen any wild animals?
Yeah, I've never seen my favourite animals in the forest, tigers, but I have seen bears and snakes.
Oh, I love bears. They can sleep for more than 6 months without eating.
Yeah, and young bears only stay with their mothers for the first 18 months and then they're on their own. They can live for more than 20 years.
You know a lot about them.
I watched a video on YouTube. Oh, and guess what? There were enormous spiders in my aunt's house.
But spiders are interesting. I was going upstairs to my bedroom last night and I saw a huge one on the wall. I took a photo of it.
Ugh! You'd love Canada then.
Yes, probably. What was the weather like?
It was boiling hot. My parents hated it. They found it difficult to keep cool, but I enjoyed it. We could swim in the lake every day.
I think the new outdoor pool is fantastic. Let's go this afternoon.
I don't know. It's going to rain, isn't it?
Yes, but it's warm. I think that swimming in the rain is exciting.
I'm not sure. I think it's too cold. Why don't we go out on our bikes?
Because cycling in wet weather is dangerous.
Yeah, you're right. Do you remember when we were in that storm?
Yes, it was awful. The wind was very strong. I was a bit scared.
Me too. OK, I think your idea is mad, but let's go swimming. I just hope the water isn't cold.
It's very windy today. Let's fly our kites.
It's too cold to go outdoors today.
It's a wet evening. Take your umbrella with you.
They couldn't eat the cake because a fly was on it.
We like swimming in the ocean because salt water is healthy.
With the foggy weather, Hannah couldn't see the car in front of her.
You look great, Sam. Have you been on holiday?
Yes, I have. I've been to Australia.
Do you enjoy living on an island, Emily?
I think so. I've never lived anywhere else.
Have you ever camped in winter, Anna?
No, I haven't. But I have camped a lot in warm weather.
Hi, Adam. Is your sister here?
No, she lives in Brazil now. She started a new job in the rainforest.
Have you ever taken photos at night, Sophia?
I'd love to, but my camera isn't very good for that.
Hi, Ava. Come in. I'm just doing something in the kitchen.
Thanks, Dan. Are you baking?
Yes, I'm making a cake for my sister's birthday. But I'm not very good at it.
Well, if you give me the spoon, I'll mix it for you.
Thanks. It's a good idea, isn't it? If I make her a cake, I won't have to buy a present.
Dan?
Oh, come on. I have paid for all the things to go in it. Eggs, flour, sugar, and lots of chocolate. If it has chocolate in it, my sister will love it.
Me too. Can I have some?
Ava, if you don't stop eating it, I won't have enough for the cake.
You have one new message.
Hi, Laura. It's Nico. I hope you haven't forgotten it's my birthday on Saturday. I'm having a swimming party, but it will be on Friday instead of Sunday. It's the only day the pool is free. I've invited 23 people, but 24 are coming because Sam's bringing his cousin. He's really nice. The swimming pool is at the end of Gower Street. That's Gower. I'll put some balloons outside so you can all see it. It shouldn't be difficult to find. As you know, I usually make pizza, but this year the cafe at the pool is going to do burgers for everybody. If it's a bit cold, they'll also make us cups of hot chocolate. Can you be outside the swimming pool at 7:15? We can only use the pool from 7:30 until 8:30, so don't be late. You should bring your goggles and... Oh, don't forget the cake. I'll get some crisps and fruit, but everybody loves your baking.
You are going to talk together. Here are some pictures that show everyday activities. Do you like these everyday activities? Say why or why not. I'll say that again. Do you like these everyday activities? Say why or why not. All right? Now talk together.
Well, I love meeting my friends after school because we talk about things. What about you, Ivan? Do you like seeing friends after school?
Yes, I do, but we usually do sport or go to the gym. I enjoy going to the gym with friends because I love exercise.
I don't really like the gym because it's always so hot. I prefer spending time outdoors because I like fresh air. Do you enjoy being outdoors too?
Yes, I love being outdoors because it's healthy. When I'm at home, I just go on the computer. I don't like spending a lot of time online because it's boring. What do you like doing at home?
Oh, I love going online because I can chat to my friends. I also like eating with my family in the evening because my dad cooks amazing food.
That's nice. I don't always enjoy eating at home because I have 2 little brothers. They're very noisy.
That's funny. Do you enjoy eating with friends?
Yes, I do. We often have pizza together at the weekend. It's good fun. But I think we're noisy too.
What are you doing for your birthday?
Well, if the weather's nice, I'll have a barbecue in my garden.
That sounds good. Who will you invite?
If the party's in the garden, I'll invite the whole class. Our garden's really big.
Cool.
But if it rains, I won't be able to invite everyone. Our house is too small. If the party's inside, I'll only invite about 6 people, so just my close friends.
Hopefully the weather will be good. It is June.
Yes, I'll be really happy if I can have a barbecue for my party.
Shall we go to the cinema on Saturday?
I'm already going tomorrow with Joe. You can come too if you want. What about going to that concert in the park on Saturday instead? It sounds good.
It does, but they sold all the tickets on the first day. We could just go into town. I need new football boots.
Me too. Okay, cool.
You all tried really hard in yesterday's match, so well done. But to continue to do well, We need to practice hard. I'm not pleased that some of you are coming 5-10 minutes late each week. If you want to stay on the team, you can't be late. Anyway, let's start work. Everyone, run round the gym. Go!
Oh, hi Mum. I'm just phoning to say we're having a great time. Everyone says it's usually wet and cold here, but we've been lucky with the weather. I've worn shorts nearly every day, although it's not been very sunny. We're surfing today, and it's perfect weather as it's quite windy. I'll call again before the end of the week. Bye for now.
I liked that new teacher. She was really nice.
Yeah, I think she usually teaches geography. I don't really like history, but that was fun. Anyway, why wasn't Mr. Jones teaching us today?
He's gone on a school trip to the Tower of London with the Year 11 students.
We watched a documentary about that place. I'd love to go there.
Did you get a laptop for your birthday?
I asked for one, but my parents said it cost too much money. You know I got a mobile phone for my last birthday. Well, this year I got some headphones, so I can listen to music from my phone in my room. It means I can play really loud music now.
Great!
Now, let's talk about home. Thomas, who do you live with?
I live with my parents, my brother and my grandma.
And what's your favourite room in your home?
My bedroom.
Aliona, do you have any pets in your home?
Yes, I have a cat.
And where do you usually watch TV at home?
In the living room.
Now, Thomas, tell me what you like doing at home.
I like playing on my computer. My best friend lives on the floor above us. We often play video games together in my bedroom. We don't have a garden, but I play football in the park near my home. And, of course, I also like relaxing and watching TV at home.
This summer, we went on holiday to New York. I went with my mum, dad, and sister. We stayed in an apartment. The apartment wasn't very big, but it had amazing views of the city. New York is so busy, it's never quiet. The only part of the holiday I didn't enjoy was the journey. We flew from the UK and it took 7 hours, and I don't really like planes.
I went camping for the first time this summer. It was great. We went to a campsite in the middle of a forest. I loved the campsite. We drove there, but we had to park the car outside the campsite. Because there were no cars on the campsite, we could play football or other games anywhere we liked. It was really good. The only thing I didn't like was waking up early. There were lots of birds in the forest, and they made a lot of noise in the morning.
We stayed in a house right next to the beach in Spain. It belongs to my mum's friend. It was so cool. We went swimming all the time, and the weather was hot and sunny every day. The house was really modern and had a TV in every room. The journey there was fun too. We went to Plymouth by train, took a ferry to Spain, and then took a taxi to the house.